Hi, everybody. My name is Karen Olish, and welcome to Mindful Journeys. If you found us here on YouTube, you should also know that I have a website called mindfuljourneys.biz, and you can also find us currently on Facebook. So you should definitely check out those different things if you have not already. So, this is the second part of a three-part series. There are three parts to every series that I do each week. One is a wisdom talk, one is a meditation, and one is a yoga asana practice. And so they're all centered around one theme. So, if you've found this meditation first and you want to go back and do the wisdom talk before you begin the meditation, that may make more sense to you. But feel free to dive right into the meditation if you would prefer to do that, and then maybe go back to the wisdom talk later. So this week we're focused on unresolved issues, and we are reprogramming an unresolved issue. So we'll be doing that through our meditation today. Go ahead and join me if you're ready to begin with the meditation. But please note that there may be long periods of silence during the guided portions so that you can really dive deeply into the meditation. So I will begin and end with some guidance, but there will also be those moments of silence. So to begin, find yourself in a comfortable position, either sitting or in a chair, whatever is the most comfortable to you. Some people even like to lie down for their meditation, and that's perfectly acceptable. So go ahead and close your eyes if you feel comfortable in doing so. And I want you to take a deep breath in and then exhale everything out. A deep breath in, and then exhale again. One more, just to fully clear our bodies and minds. And so now I want you to draw up in your mind's eye a picture of this golden ball of light, and visualize yourself sitting in this golden ball of light. Go ahead and cast the light around you, moving from the front to the side, behind you, and to the back, until you feel like you're completely encased in this golden ball of light. So now that you've dropped in, I want you to picture an unresolved issue that you have been thinking about. Maybe something has triggered you, a conversation, maybe in your life or a situation. Just call that into your mind's eye and visualize that situation or person or the conversation. Now go ahead and think about how that situation is making you feel. In our wisdom talk earlier, we found out that Cara was feeling that she wasn't good enough, that she wasn't smart enough to take care of her unresolved issue. Some people find that a tape that plays over and over in their head is that they're not worthy, they're not lovable, they will be alone, Anything that comes up to you, I want you to really get in touch with that feeling state. Now I want you to picture the story or the meaning that you've been giving this issue. What have you been telling yourself about what's going on for you? Once you have that story, that meaning you've been given to that unresolved issue, you're going to see a mountain in front of you. And that mountain has a path off to the right. You're going to begin walking up that path. Now you've gotten to the first fork in the road, and you're going to take the path that veers off to the left. And on that left-hand side, you're going to visualize something that contradicts that story you've been telling yourself. In our wisdom talk, Cara was telling herself that she couldn't get a job because she wasn't good enough. And to contradict that, she came up with an example of when she was good enough. She had given a presentation to her entire team and everybody loved it. And she got this wonderful feeling of how it felt in that moment to be good enough. So think about your unresolved issue and the story that you've been telling yourself. And think of one time that you could contradict that and bring that visualization up in your mind. Once you have the visualization, attach the feeling to it. Do you feel joyful, happy, content, loved? You're now ready to begin following that path up the side of the mountain. So continue walking forward along the path. In the distance, you're coming upon a meadow that opens up into a lovely vista, and you can take a moment to just breathe in the smells in the meadow, the sounds that you hear. And go ahead and take a seat in that meadow as you call up a second time that you were able to feel good enough or worthy or lovable, something to contradict that original unresolved issue. Another example. And once you have that picture visualized in your mind, associate that feeling that you had with that situation. And holding that feeling state in your entire body, let it just tingle from the very top of your head all the way down into your toes. Think about how beautiful that feeling is. Now it's time to continue on our journey up to the top of the mountain, but we have one more stop to make along the way. So if you were sitting in the meadow, go ahead and stand up and follow the path to the end of the meadow. Make a right turn and you'll see a gravelly path heading up a fairly steep part of the mountain. As you're walking up that gravelly path, you're really putting your effort into it and you're holding that beautiful feeling that you had in the meadow. And now you see in front of you a beautiful waterfall, and you take a seat on a rock next to that waterfall. And you gaze into the water as it cascades over the side of the mountain, just absorbing that energy of the waterfall. And as you're sitting there, you think of a third reason that that story that you've been telling yourself isn't true, and you picture and visualize evidence against that story. Again, go ahead and attach that feeling that you're getting as you're visualizing your story. It could be happiness, could be excitement, any feeling that arises for you. Hold on to that feeling. Now, keeping that feeling with you, I want you to continue along the path and go around the waterfall. And now Your climb is getting steeper and deeper, and you know you're almost to the top of the mountain. When you reach the top of the mountain, you see a huge boulder there. It's enormous. It looks like you wouldn't be able to move it. That boulder is your unresolved issue. And along your journey up the mountain, you have contradicted your story 3 times. You've gained all this strength and positive energy, these good feelings, and you take your hands and you place them on the boulder and you push that boulder over the side of the mountain and you watch it shatter below you. And as that boulder crumbles to the ground into tiny pieces, you feel that unresolved issue shattering and crumbling. And you say, this is no longer my story. Think of each of those places that you were in the mountain. Visualize each place one by one and feel the joy of what you've accomplished. Let it wash over you. And you can stay here in this feeling of joy for as long as you want. And when you're ready, you'll wiggle your fingers and toes. You'll take a deep breath in. And another long exhale. And as you're ready, you'll open your eyes and just carry that joy with you throughout the rest of your day. Namaste.